Welcome to today's video. I am the Hooded Lid, and as promised, I'm doing my haul try-on. I know it's been a few minutes, but a couple of new things came out and I wanted to get those up, and I did. And now it's time to play with the last things that we got. So I've already done my foundation because one thing I didn't get was foundation. And I usually go with my eyes after my foundation, but I kind of want to do my face products. I don't know why. So let's start with the cream foundation. I love this formulation. I got it in the strawberry drip, and I just love what it does for my complexion. I love the way it melts into my skin. So I thought I'd get another color. This is Petal Popping, which is a little bit more apricot-y, a little more peachy. There are so many colors I would like to try in this line, but there's something about my complexion. I can look at a blush color and think, oh yeah, that'll really work for me, and I put it on and it just deadens me. And I didn't want to take that chance since I can't see these in person. And I'm trying not to return everything I buy, although I am doing returns. Here it is on the fingers. I maybe got it a little too heavy on one side. I feel like the warmth of the fingers just melts it in. Now, I do feel like the strawberry drip kind of suits me better. It just makes me look more alive. I'm going to do a swatch comparison. So here's the strawberry drip. It is just, it's brighter and it's deeper in tone. And here they are in the hand. I hope that you'll see. It has more white in it, I guess, so it is not as deeply pigmented. It's fine, and it does kind of fade away, so it has a very natural look, and I'm okay with that. Now, because I was so impressed with these creams, I decided to go ahead with the bronzer. However, I just bought this one by Tarte, and I love this color. And, you know, I'm not a huge bronzer anyway, so I figured, why don't I do a contour instead? Amber is the color that is absolutely contour, and this is what it looks like. It's pretty gray. I'm going to swatch this as well. So here it is, and I just want to compare my NYX contour, which is in medium, so you can see the difference. And here's the NYX. I really love this color, and as you can see, there's a more red in this one, and this one is completely ashy. But we are going to give it a try. Well coated, and now I don't contour too far down because I just want to follow the natural contour of the face, and then pull up. You don't want to pull it down. It just, you know what it reminds me of? I know what it reminds me of. Reminds me of Tim Curry. Remember those really slashing contours he had on the side of his face? A little bit more. I don't feel that I need more. I just want to even them up. I just don't think this color is a good color for me. I'm going to do right here at the temple, whatever's left. And I'm going to take a beauty blender that still has some moisture in it, but it's not newly wet. I did it yesterday, but it was super humid. It's like 80% humidity yesterday. I feel like this just makes my face look dirty. Yeah, I don't think this is a good color for me. So, kind of 2 for 2. The blush is okay. It's not anything more than that. It's okay. Let's go on to concealers. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I did get the Giorgio Armani. Now I have this in 3, which is too dark, I wanted to get it in 2.5, but it seems to be impossible to find. So I got it in 2, and 2 is very, very light. So I'm going to mix them on my face, and this is an alchemy that is dangerous because the chances of getting the ratio right is kind of slim. So that is the 2, and it's like white. And this is the 3, which isn't bad. It's just a touch too dark. So I'm doing mostly the 3. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Pat McGrath. I did get this at that haul. I've been using it a lot, and I don't love it. I like my little drugstore one better. I will show you that in a minute. Yeah, so I ended up, you saw how much I put of that 3, and yet I'm not getting a good mix. I'm not going to give up on this because it's not like the Kosas where that's the color it comes in. This is about a ratio. Now this is the one that I like. I got this at the drugstore. It's a 2-pack, and it's actually an eyeshadow brush, but it's smaller, so I can really kind of get in here. So I'm just starting, I'm moving the light one over here and then blending the yellow one with it and then pulling it out. Wow, that's really light. Beauty blender necessary. And this formulation is super thin, which is why I was interested in it, because I thought being this thin, it just might not crease. Now, with something like this, I think you might be able to correct it with a powder. I think I'm going to do my Rosy Light from Atelier. And I'm not doing it because this is really yellow, although it is. I'm doing this because there is color in it, and I'm wondering if this will help to tone down. For some people, it's brightening, so we shall see. Getting a trough for sure. This is a matter of really finessing the mix, so I have to work on this some more, but it does look very nice under the eyes, so that's a good thing. Now, would it be cheating if I did something that wasn't new? If I just did a little bronzer? I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna put a little bit of bronzer on. So I'm going in with the Dior. This is a limited edition packaging, but I have a feeling the color is the same color as their regular stuff. And it is perfumed though. And it's not perfumed like the ocean or, you know, the beach. It's perfumed like perfume. I just feel I need to put a little bit of bronzing here. And I feel like that actually makes the blush pop a little more. I also got this Viseart palette. This is the Rosé. I didn't buy it when it first came out because it just didn't speak to me. And it still kind of doesn't. I bought it really because I was so desperate for something new. Had I known that Denona was coming out, I probably wouldn't have, but I did. And when you look at this and take out these two colors right here, right? This is a pretty, I don't know, it's kind of a neutral palette. I mean, yes, there's pinkish tone here, here, and here. I find that this color in particular is very, very hard on me. It makes me look like I have pink eye. And I love pinks, and I feel like I know how to work with pinks. That color is kind of hard. So I'm thinking I'm going to go neutral to a little blush. And there's a lot of good neutral colors in here. So even if you don't like that pink, there's so many other things you can work with. So I'm going to go in with this. And these are Sonia G brushes I just got. And I was thinking I'd do a video, you know, one eye using these brushes and one eye using my brushes that I use all the time, which is generally Smith, my Chikuhodo, yeah, I think it's a Chikuhodo, and Wayne Goss. It's a nice brown color, and it's the kind of color you could probably use as a one and done. In fact, this palette, if you just kind of take out these colors, that's such a neutral thing. You could travel with this and feel, you can go out with the colorful stuff, or you can be in the office. Remember those days? With the others. Let's go in with that peach. So this is kind of a peachy vanilla. I just want to see what kind of pigmentation it has and do it up here, even though I'm kind of fine with what my brow bone's looking like. I love the Viseart formulations. They feel quite dry and they often don't swatch very well. And I'm not doing swatches because this isn't a new palette. I'm just putting it on so you can see. But there's something about them. They just blend so easily. They're really lovely. If you are crepey, they're fantastic. This little blush pink, I'm gonna work that in somehow. Visearts are really dusty, so you should knock those off. I'm just gonna put it on the inner corner to lighten up a little bit. I mean, imperceivable. I think up close you can see it just opens up the inner eye this teeniest bit. I think I'm going to do this one because this one is a little too bright. Not inner third, but maybe inner corner. Just a little something to open up the eye. And I think we have a look that is just super easy and super everyday. Because I'm hooded, you really can't see the colors. All you can see is the brown. So let's step it up a notch so you can see the color that's in here. And I think we're going to step it up with the lavender. Ooh, it's not a matte. I'm going to do it anyway. But I'm not going to pack it on. I'm going to just have a whisper of it. This could be a mistake. This should have been... This is what bothers me about all palettes. They put all these neutrals in and then colors for their shimmers and glitters. But when you're hooded, you just can't really necessarily see those colors. So you want to have something matte that you can put up here for fun. This isn't too much though. I didn't put too much on, and as a result it's not really giving you too much of a feeling of what the color is. But there you go. I just do not want to use this color because it really makes me look like I've been sneezing for weeks. I look kind of like a rabbit. To tell you the truth, this palette I would maybe consider taking back because it's just the colors aren't working for me, but I think the neutrals area of it is pretty solid and worth having around. But if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't buy it. Now, let's do some liner. I had bought this to use in my waterline, and you know, online it's really hard to get an idea of what you're looking at. And even here, it will be. I'm going to just move this around so you can see how reflective this is. And as with all Marc Jacobs pencils, these stay forever. It's incredibly shiny, and hours and hours and hours later, the pigmentation kind of leaves and the sparkles remain, and this is very, very sparkly. Instead of as a liner, I think this would be good as a base. You know, like a one and done kind of a thing. And this is called Glitter Sweet. That's a limited edition. And it's very, very, very soft. So I have to keep on pushing it back up. You know, again, if I had to do it over again, would I get a different pencil, like maybe Earthquake, something brown? Maybe. But I like having a lot of different colored pencils because I think there's a lot you can do with pencils. So that's cool. And I think my final thing is the milk. I finally got this. I have been using these. I got a lot of these with my points. Not at one time, but over and over again because I liked the way it made my lashes look fluttery and it made it look like I had more lashes, but it didn't clump. And it didn't lengthen like, you know, spidery. It was just perfect. This is different. I don't know if it's because it's new. I don't know if the brush is different. Well, I mean, it's all clumping down at the bottom and at the rim. It's a messy little thing. Let's try one more time. It is what it is. It still looks good. It just doesn't look the same as those little ones. And there's just a ton of mascara. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. Ton. This is dangerous for me because I am the person who makes mascara mistakes. Decidedly, this does not give me the same look, and this does. I'm going to keep these because it might be a wand situation, and I'll just take this out and rub the wand over there into it. I don't know. I don't know what to make out of it. But that's it, my friends. It's getting a little hot. I need to pull up my hair and get next to a fan. And that is my full face of new. And I think I gave you an overall feeling of my thoughts as I was putting it on. Nothing is like, wow, I'm so glad I got this, honestly. It's all okay. You know, the blush, it's okay. I don't think I'm going to return it. This, I'm going to return. This looks dirty to me. On my skin tone, there's something wrong with it. I like the color of the NYX better. This, if I had the chance to do this order again, I wouldn't order this, but since I have it, I do feel that these tones here are really nice neutrals. These tones aren't bad, it's just this, it's not my favorite pinkish palette, and I have pinkish palettes. I wouldn't buy it if I had to do this again. This, I prefer this. This is like 32, this is like 13 for two brushes. One of them is a little bit bigger. It's I kind of struck out. The mascara doesn't look the same as the little ones do, and this is fine. But for what I bought it for, not ideal. And my friends, that is going to wrap it up. I hope that was helpful to you, so when you're deciding what you want to get, you get a full story. And I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I am wishing you good health. And a big kiss.